Hey guys, Luke here and welcome back to episode 10 of my FIFA 16 Road to Glory. Now you can see here, starting off the episode, we buy Faguli, who's a right wing. Basically I was just looking for another right midfield because we have Vidal, who is pretty good, but also we need someone to back up for fitness. And the guy we had as a backup was a 77 rated who had like 70 something like sprint speed and all that sort of stuff, and it just kind of didn't work out. I know pace isn't everything, but it is a huge part when you're a winger for my sort of side. So I wanted to get in Faguli. He's not the best player or anything, but he's a pretty solid sort of player, at least card wise. So I was pretty happy to get him in, and he didn't cost very much at all as well. Actually, I forget exactly how much he cost, but it seriously wasn't very much. So I was pretty happy to get him in. Moving on to like this first game, guy had a combination of Aguero and Suarez up front, so I was a little bit worried about this game, thinking this guy's going to be an awesome player. He wasn't awesome, we'll put it at that. But you see here, 30 minutes in, we won a penalty. It was Koke won the penalty, and Perez ends up scoring the penalty. Funnily enough, I wouldn't have picked Perez to be the one who had the best penalty stats out of all of them. But see this guy here, I'm not sure exactly. I've showed this two of them at the moment, but he scores that wonder goal right there. I couldn't believe that went in. It was an amazing sort of goal. I wasn't even mad when it went in. But what I didn't show is that he had like 5 corners in a row. Every time he'd get it in, I'd just either clear it for another corner, or yeah, it just ended up going for another corner. And then right there, he literally got the ball back from me from the kickoff, went down the wing, crossed it in. I don't know why Suarez was so open, to be honest with you. I don't know why there was no one marking him. It was really confusing to me. But Koke wins his second penalty, and it will be the same sort of situation. Perez will step up, and we're going to be putting it straight down the middle like we did the first time, except this time he read it. Now, it did cross my mind. Do I go the same route? Maybe is that a tactic itself? The guy thinking I won't do it 2 times in a row, so he'll do something else. And unfortunately, he picked the right one. You see Savic right there, our centre back. Actually, a pretty nice little shot there, but it did come off the woodwork, which is a little bit annoying. Well, not a little bit. It was very, very annoying. Another save there by Abdenor. And right here, Philippe Luis on the ball there, gets it back to a centre back, back to Philippe, and Philippe ends up getting, or it's actually Abdenor got taken down. But Koke, bang, top right hand corner. Excellent work there from Koke. He was a real standout for us this game, and I haven't really scored a free kick in Ultimate Team or online. I don't think I've scored a few, maybe for my Swansea career, but apart from that, not too flash with the free kicks this time around of FIFA 16. But yeah, it's nice to finally get one. Unfortunately, we couldn't convert our second one that was just after. We did have quite a few free kicks. One thing I didn't show was the reason he had no one on the line. He was putting people on the line, and he was moving people around. That's because I was passing it short initially, so I was making him think of what's going to happen, just like he was doing to me. He was also playing it short. He was, with the corners especially, he was trying all different sort of things. But that is our first draw of the series of our club. So I was a little bit annoyed because honestly, this isn't supposed to be like shitting him or anything, but I didn't really feel he deserved a draw. I thought we were the better player by far. I just felt he got lucky with that spree of corners. I suppose he wasn't lucky in the sense that he was winning those corners because he was really good. But that second goal in particular, where he just went down the wing, crossed it into Suarez, and just Suarez was open for some reason, and then we ended up missing a penalty. So yeah, I do personally think that guy got a bit lucky, and I'm sure some people in the comments probably feel the same way. Some probably won't. But yeah, we just got to move on with it. And I got to say, this match was incredibly laggy. The guy had a full Brazilian side and actually looked like a good side. Now the lag, I'm not willing to say it's me. I really don't think it's me. I think it's just the people who I was playing. It might seem that it's been lagging quite a lot, but I think it's just the time zone, time period I was playing at. Although I did say every game I had green bars going into it, so I'm not really sure what's to go. But Connie Plenka, or however you pronounce his name, he actually got off to a flyer. He got us off to a flyer this game. It was actually a really, really nice finish. It was off the post and in. But just right here, this Torres shot, this was purely put in. I mean, it was a good chance on goal, but that was purely put in just to show how laggy it was. It was literally stalling for seconds. So it was very, very annoying. But Connie Plenka finally scores his first goal, I believe. And, came at a great time, put us in front, and we will take the win for that. You'll be able to see in a second. But 1,225 coins also added to our coin total, which is quite nice. We haven't bought any sort of big names yet, but I probably will start looking at getting some of those informs in pretty soon, or you know, just doing something else with it with the coins. I think we need to use them. No point in just leaving them there just because it looks nice. I've done that in the past, and you know, we may as well keep improving our side. But moving on to the last game, or what we hope is the last game, and hopefully it's not too laggy. But this guy, it looks like he's got a lot of good players. Doesn't look like he's got good chemistry sort of players. It just seems like he's got a few players and put them all on a side and said, "Yep, let's go." Which I'm not entirely I'm not against, because it works perfect for us, and it sort of tells me that the guy probably isn't the best player at FIFA. But you can see here, Variety threw on goal, and what a tackle it was by Mathieu. I thought that was really nice tackle, but it might appear that this guy's actually a lot better than what he actually was. I don't think he was particularly very good, but Rodrigo should finish it there, and it cannons off the crossbar. It just seems to happen that we hit the crossbar like a billion times a game. But right here, Koke goes in for a challenge, which I didn't think was too bad, but you'll soon find out that he actually got red carded for that. I couldn't believe it. I was like, seriously? He got red carded for it? You couldn't really see that he got red carded initially, so I was like, oh, did he get red carded? No, surely not. And also on previous FIFAs, when there was a red card, and like it comes right up above your above my like the PFC part, it would come up and say like there would be a red card sort of mark, and I was thinking, well, that's not coming up, so it's not a red card, but it was, and we hit the post again like moments after as well. But that's a nice little Berber spin, leaves Rafinha through on goal there, and what a finish into the top left hand corner. Rafinha, he's actually a really good player. By default, he's a centre mid, but he really suits that cam position very well. He seems like I got him because I felt like he was, you know, kind of like Coutinho or someone maybe, but maybe not quite as good as Coutinho. Well, definitely not as good as Coutinho, but probably as close as Coutinho will get in this sort of league. And funnily enough, Rafinha is someone who I like have like a soft spot for, because of Football Manager ended up signing him on a free for Villarreal a few Football Managers ago. So I'm really happy that he's doing well. I feel like I've got a little bond with Rafinha. But he ended up scoring a second goal as well, which is really nice. It was a great finish. I'm pretty sure it was Rafinha as well. It was a really nice finish. And yeah, 2-0, we're feeling very comfortable. And I was sort of thinking maybe we could force this guy into rage quitting pretty soon. Whether it will come, I'm not really sure. But see, we're hitting the wings here. Rodrigo coming in, usually himself in the box there, but he does put a ball through to Connor Planker, and it really should have been finished, but that's just a nice save by the keeper as well. So not a hell of a lot we could have done. And then Mathieu ends up scoring off a header. Now, I rarely score. That's probably the first time I've actually actually scored myself off the header. There's been a few times, I think, where the computers automatically come up with a header, but yeah, this was the first time where I actually did it. Now he puts the ball across to Giroud. Olivier Giroud ends up scoring for him. So at 3-1, I was thinking, oh, do we sort of do shut up shot a little bit, or do we keep going pushing for that fourth goal? There was a part of me, because we got the red card, that just wanted to just leave it at 3-1, but then I couldn't resist when the tackle was opening up so easily like that. I mean, Vidal really should have finished that one, but Rafinha on the ball here. What can Rafinha do? Off the post again. I really need to get way more clinical with my finishing, especially getting into the higher divisions. We are in Division 7 currently, which isn't a particularly high division, but like I said, we just need to get more clinical. Like right there, Vidal really should have finished, and I noticed Vidal seems to blow a lot of chances. His shooting doesn't seem the best, so maybe it's a good thing that we've brought in Fagulu. Maybe he'll find himself as a permanent fixture on that right mid position, but Vidal, he's been doing a pretty decent job so far, so we'll probably keep him in at this moment. But another 3-1 victory. So we had a draw and 2 wins in this game, so not too shabby there. And another 1,500 or so coins there. And we're 10 points. We're 10 points currently in Division 7. Obviously got to get 4 points more to get the automatic promotion, and another 7. So we got about 2 more wins. Or sorry, 2 and a bit wins. So let's just say 3 wins until we get the league title. Hopefully next episode. Anyways, that's where this video is going to end. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at MrLuke, face the page in the description below, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.